Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, Big Willie Styles, Wise Man Cass King. We in the building, Dynasty Sports Network. And listen, man, we gotta get into it, man, because it seems like we got some Lions fans in their feelings right now, man, after what happened today. But of course, I gotta make sure I introduce my fellas right now. King, man, what's going on?
What's going on, man? I'm ready to dig into this game, talk some Lions football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wise Man, what it do, my brother?
I'm here, man. Like King said, I'm just ready to talk some football, really go through what happened today and, what needs to be done, because a lot needs to be done, man.
Whew, listen, you guys sounding kind of somber right now, so let's get into it, man. Of course, we got to talk about it. Lions overtime loss against the Seattle Seahawks, 37-31. It was a back and forth game. There was some plays that was left out there. There was some issues defensively, offensively. There were some good moments. There were some bad moments, man. But I want to get you guys' take on it. I know you guys is ready to go ahead and go off. So I'm going to go ahead and let my man King go, because it looks like he ain't been here in a minute. So I think he's been building up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and let him get his spiel on today's Lions loss. So, King, go for it, bro.
Man, where do I start? Obvious issue with the Detroit Lions today was execution. Me personally, if I'm going to point my finger at anybody today, it's going to be the players for not executing. You can't drop that pass if you Gibbs. You can't fumble the ball if you Montgomery. You got to execute point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at what we have available on the defense, man, you got a secondary, right? But you get no push up front whatsoever. They're going to find ways to keep Hutch from getting in that backfield when he's the only one they got to worry about. Alim McNeil, nobody in that middle is going to push anything. They're not going to stop nobody from running up the gut. None of that's going to happen. It's like you got two players out there. One of them go out with an ankle injury and being in Houston. The only other person that can rush the quarterback. You don't have anything on that D-line. You had an opportunity for the last two drafts to address that, and you went offense. So now you're paying for it. So this is why we had the reactions that we have, during the draft. This is why. This is the I told you so moment with this game that we just seen today, because clearly the defense just does not have enough pass rush to deal with these quarterbacks that are not statues standing in the backfield.
Duly noted. Wise Man, what's your take?
I'm 100% with King. But I'm also going to call out coaching. I'm going to call out Aaron Glenn. You're obviously not getting pressure with 4. Start sending 5. Start sending 6. And the mere fact that we couldn't get no pressure while Seattle played with 2 backup tackles is beyond me. I don't know what the hell James Houston has done to bury himself so far on the bench or in Aaron Glenn's shithouse, but Kaminsky ain't at every play. You know what I'm saying? I get it. He comes in. He's that guy off the bench that's going to give you a spark, like he's 6 man, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But it's no way why Houston should not be in the game, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell he did. Apologize, move on, but his absence is being felt, because if you just load up on Hutch, you really have nothing else pushing you. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, I'm just going to say, too, like, we got to use Gibbs better, man. Like, we're running him in between the tackles. We're doing weird shit. We rather run tunnel screens to Marvin Jones and Josh Reynolds, but we won't put this kid in space. Like, that's why we drafted him, to put him in space. And before we got on, me and King was talking about the whole Jalen Carter shit, man. Like, that's a whole nother bag, because it's like, for the production that we getting from him and Laporta, we could have fucking grabbed Jalen Carter and would have been in a better spot than we in right now because that kid is dominant. We'll get a push up the middle to make, quarterbacks have to get off their pivot and off their square and all that. But I don't think this is the same old Lions. I really don't. I feel like they got the competency to adjust and make it do what it do. But at the end of the day, that's a winnable. You got to win that game. Like if we're saying we're turning the corner, we're saying this is a new regime, we're saying that this is our fucking year, then we can't still be doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's on the players. You can't fumble. You can't throw a pick six like that. You didn't have no hella pressure in your face like that. You threw the ball behind the man. And I ain't going to kill Goff too much because for the most part, he's been doing his thing. But I don't know, man. I'm just angry.
I think the anger comes from the simple fact that everyone had high expectations for what the Lions were supposed to do today. And I know the players know that because all the players are all over Twitter, giving the appreciation and the praise to the fans for coming out, showing up with basically we did our part. And it was a lot left out there for those players not to be able to return the favor. You know what I'm saying? Now we look like we got egg on our face, right? Because you got the Seattle Seahawks in the locker room with the ski masks on.
Oh, that hurt my feelings, dog.
And we have to eat that. We have to eat that because this what comes with that territory. Like I said, we kind of jumped the gun a little bit. And like I said, I'm in agreement with both you guys. It's enough if we have to blame to go around defensively. Like I said, scheme wise, I felt like there's some changes that need to be made. This game is the equivalent of what a lot of people's frustration was with the draft. And this is what people were saying about the draft when they picked the guys that they picked. Albeit me, I said I like the picks, I like the direction of the draft, but I knew that there is a possibility it could be the other side. And this is the outcome of that when you decide to go that route. Not only in the draft, but you didn't address it in free agency either. Which is come to for it now. I don't know if this is going to be able to be fixed because, like I said, we're going to be dealing with a lot more mobile type quarterbacks. That's the wave of the future right now. We don't have that type of guy on this end. And like I said, with Goff, say he's steady, but the knock on him is that he doesn't have that mobility to extend plays, which is what Geno was doing. He could step up into the pocket, he could take off, he could make get an extra few seconds to be able to get that pass off when you don't have the pressure around you. It was disheartening to see that because, like I said, the atmosphere was there. Shout out to everyone that was downtown. Listen,
hey, y'all did that today.
And Wiseman, and a couple of other guys, we was down there. We had a ball, man. If you haven't been tailgating, man, listen, go on down there. We was out at the Eastern Market. There's other places where you can go to tailgate. Man, it was a great time, and I wish that we were able to come out with the victory. But I want to ask y'all this: the defensive issues that we have, is it fixable? Do you guys feel like it's fixable?
Yeah, absolutely. All you got to do is look at film. Film is going to tell you who needs to be playing, who needs to be having their ass on the bench. Again, I know y'all like Calzone. I hate him. He made a good play today. I'll give him that, but he missed so many tackles. Oh, my God. He be having cats dead for rights. You 6'5", bro. You Thor. You can't miss those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got shit like that going on. You got – but I ain't going to even get on Jerry Jacobs because at the end of the day, if you got 7 fucking seconds to throw, anybody's gonna get open on that. You know what I'm saying? So he had a rough day today. It's not all on him because again, he's not getting no pass rush.
Yeah, but that's Lockett.
But see that it's not just Lockett. It's the same typical thing that we've been dealing with here in Detroit for years. Not getting push up front and our secondary suffering. We've been doing this since Darius Slay. You know what I'm saying, was still on this roster. We never get that push up front to help everybody else behind that defensive line. If you putting guys on islands for 5 to 7 seconds, it's not going to go well. I don't care who you are. You can be a Deion Sanders. It's not going to matter. You know what I'm saying? So, the Lions have to this model citizen Star Spangled Awesome shit is I say this every year, it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves with the damn Lions. You need dogs, bro.
Man.
Everybody's not a school nerd. You need dogs. And when dudes speak up, let them speak freely. You players coach, right? Because you holding guys out of the game for no damn reason. Why are dudes missing so much? It's like you looking up like, where's this guy? Where's that guy? Who's making the decision on who you putting out there on the field? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, today you getting killed and you're not getting no pressure on Geno. You don't decide to send an extra man. You know what I'm saying? You don't even try to make adjustments. This little stubborn little attitude with the Lions is annoying, dude.
It is.
It's very annoying.
It definitely is annoying. So, you know, there was several mistakes out there that we all noticed. You know, so of course, you know, one big one was the pick six. You know, which there was hearsay in regards to whether Jahmyr Gibbs, ran the correct route. That's comes with being a rookie, of course, as well as some defensive mistakes out there as well. Are those fixable issues? That you can see?
Like I say, if you can't get pressure before, you got to blitz. That's football. If four is not getting it done, I probably need to send one or two more, right? Because again, if you're applying pressure, that's gonna make the quarterback throw air passes, bro. Like, it's common sense, bro. And it's just like King was saying, bro. We just stubborn. We're stuck in our ways. So we're gonna run this, and this is where we're running. Like, no.
Now
look at the film, man.
Now I will say this though, saying the turnovers that we had was costly.
They were.
With Montgomery fumbling right out the half, which got them on the board, and then we golf with the pick six. Those are 14 points that made a huge difference in this game. It probably wouldn't have even went to overtime if we took care of the ball. Don't you think, King?
Yeah, not only that, the Lions left a lot of points out there on the board too, man.
Yes, they did.
Gibbs didn't help either with that big drop pass. He had nothing but green field in front of him. He would have been running for a long time. Yeah, just green pastures. You know what I'm saying? We had opportunities also on the defense to get picks where guys just couldn't catch the damn ball. That's been something that's been going on with, just with this defense in the secondary. If your hands touch the ball, catch the ball. Get your ass on that damn drill machine with Amon-Ra St. Brown after practice.
Exactly.
Learn how to catch, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able, when a play is available, you got to make plays. That's what it is. It's my thing with CJ Gardner-Johnson. I love the energetic guy, right? But you can't go out here talking all this shit and you ain't making the plays, bro. Period.
When you have the opportunity to make the plays, because there's several times, not only from the last game into this game, that he let some plays.
But it's always this shit when he don't do it. We tired of saying that, bro.
Let's get there first.
Now you got everybody downtown wearing these hot ass masks,
myself included.
And say you guys got to show up. And like I said, if you guys been on Twitter, man, a lot of the players, they express their, sympathy for us fans for us showing out, and they said they're going to do better. So do you guys believe, like I said, this is just them not executing, and we're going to see a better outcome next week? Do you think that the hype got too much for the guys today and it didn't perform as though they should?
I think that the confidence got a little too high, and that's not even only with the players; it's with the coaching staff too. Because the coaching staff gets stuck. Dan Campbell, it was some opportunities for him out there to punt the football where he should have did it. So I get it. He is who he is. He goes for it on fourth, but you don't have to do it every single time. You know what I'm saying? If the situation presents itself and it's right, fine. I'm not going to sit here and critique it, because when it goes well, it goes well. But today, I just felt like it was a little bit, it was overdone a little bit. So, from the players to the coaching staff, I just hope this is a humbling situation for them where they can go out there next week and be strictly business. Skip all the talk, all the parade and everything else. Keep media turn that damn television off, social media, stay off of there. Go in there, lock yourself in, and get ready for the Falcons, man, because they 2-0 and they playing well, and they not gonna come in here and play with us.
Not at all. So we also got to talk about a few things that happened during the game as well that could impact, how we play next week, and that's the injuries.
Yeah.
There's several injuries that, guys could be out for a while. James Houston, Dan Campbell, lean towards the same. Basically, he's going to end up on IR. Montgomery, they're saying it's a thigh bruise, which can potentially have him out for a couple of weeks. I read that Amon-Ra St. Brown, he was dealing with cramps. Let's who else? Batai, saying he got hurt. They haven't really released what it was issue with him, but from reports, it seems like it's going to be something significant. So there's something that we always say, knock on wood. Can we please get through? We got through preseason unhinged, but could this be an issue because we didn't play those guys at preseason that these injuries is coming about?
No, I don't think it's that, man. You look around the league, it's just happening, man. It's just happening everywhere. It's all around the league. When you play a faster and higher, more intense game like we do today, the injuries just come. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's no way around it. In the right circumstances, dudes get injured. You've seen guys get their legs fell on by offensive linemen or whoever's defending them. I can see if these were non-contact injuries, but these things were caused by defensive players, most of them out there. So, like I said, it's just gonna happen. We just have to get through that storm, and when the second part of the season comes, we got to be fairly healthy and ready because that's the real stretch. We see this every year. The real stretch comes after that bye week.
Of course. So, I think we was a bit harsh on our Lions right now, which could be deservingly so. But what positives that you guys could take away from this game? Wise man.
Everybody in the NFC North lost. That makes me feel okay.
Makes you feel a whole lot better.
That makes me feel okay.
And looking at the NFC North, man, it's looking like some green pasture because the whole NFC North just
man, the Vikings ain't it, the Bears ain't it, the Packers, they got potential, but like I say, we all lost today, so that's what makes this loss. I can deal with it a little more, knowing that everybody lost and we're still in the same position we was going into the day. So cool, I'm okay with that. That's my positive for today.
Hey,
what about you,
and I had fun at the Eastern Market. Boy, that shit was lit, boy.
Yes.
Oh my God, y'all came out today, bro.
Oh man, Dilly's was a flowing. The air was a little misty from the special sticky icky that folks had going out there. The food was good. We had folks in built-in jacuzzis.
Man, you should have upped that footage, dog. That was crazy.
Listen, I was trying to, but I couldn't download it enough time. But if you go on I got it on our TikTok page, and I'm gonna post it on our Instagram and the other ones too, man, because that was amazing. Listen,
that was crazy.
If you guys was downtown, if you tailgate, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know how it was for you guys, because it was packed all around. Me and Wise Man, man, we was strolling around, seeing how people interacted. It was fun. There was no drama. It was just everybody enjoying themselves. Got the chance, me and Wise Man, to go and see the Barry Sanders statue that was unveiled this past weekend, which is an honorable thing that the Lions did finally. And next up should be Calvin Johnson. And I will go over to LCA and say they need to put Isaiah Thomas in front of LCA, but that's a different subject. But why shouldn't it be?
Yeah,
I'm saying though, that man needs his own statue. But anyway, yes, the atmosphere was great. The fans showed out inside and outside the stadium. I believe it's still going to be something that's going to continue throughout the season. And more positive about the game is offensively, I feel without the mistakes, we were able to get what we want.
We can move the ball, man.
We could move the ball. We always knew that we could move the ball. Like I said, I'm not, saying golf is solid. We know we got to golf. We know that if it comes to him having to take off, okay, that's not going to work. But he's going to get the job done for the most part. So I'm cool with that. And I'm not, getting
I'm about to say,
down on
outside of the pick six, he didn't have a bad game, bro.
Not at all. He had great numbers. The numbers was there.
Great game.
And and the pick six, what I'm saying, from what they were saying, primarily wasn't his fault.
Yeah, real shit. Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, well,
he was on the Texas route. He threw it behind him. So
to me, it looked like he threw it behind him, but I'm not sure if he ran the right route.
I don't know what other route
he ran the right route. They showed on
the route he could have possibly ran that would have had him in that area outside of a Texas route. Think about where he threw the ball at.
On TV, they show Gibbs and Goff having a conversation, and you seen Goff gesturing that it was his fault. He was talking about how the ball slipped a little bit when he threw it. So you can see it was a terrible duck when he threw it. Oh God, it was flopping everywhere.
Yeah. That was that's been his worst pass in several games, and it cost us on that. But like I said, we're hard on the Lions right now because we have high expectations.
Absolutely.
And, so, and the players know that too. Like I said, I'm reiterate this again. If you're on Twitter, you see a lot of the players, they're chiming in, man, because they know that they kind of disappointed a lot of us today, that we thought that we was going to come in and rock this joint, and they had opportunities to do so. But like I said, gotta put it behind us, get into that film room, get things fixed. I believe in Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell will make some adjustments. There's no need
accountability, man.
There's no need. Like I know a few people are trying to harp on and saying that Aaron Glenn should be let go. Let's calm down.
Yeah, who said that?
That's crazy.
I
don't think that.
Fucking mouth. Who said that, man?
I do think he needs to make some adjustments for sure.
Now there's some adjustments need to be made. I don't know who's our defensive line coach. He might be the next one out. But
listen, the next one I want out is who's making the damn decision on what talent to bring in here on defense. That's who I want out. How about that? You had an opportunity. You could have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter on your fucking defensive line right now, and you went offense. So let's address that issue. That's why I turned my hat backward. I'm here for violence, bro. Like we suffering from the same shit we suffered from last season. The same thing. No pressure being put on quarterbacks. We still got glaring holes in our defensive line, and you did nothing. Nothing to address it.
Is King coming at my guy Brad Holmes with that statement?
Man, bro,
is that what I'm hearing right now?
I'll give a smoke to anybody. I'm gonna speak what's factual, and that's factual. You had opportunities, you went defense, and you suffering for it right now. So suffer. Period. Who the hell are you to have the audacity to not
mitigate it, go
the motherfucking phone when Hopkins called you? Who the fuck are you?
That was crazy, bro. Like, how do you not do that, dog?
I'm not here for the bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to blow hot bubbles up y'all ass. Y'all should know that. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. You had an opportunity to take somebody who's potentially going to be a Hall of Famer, someone who changes your entire defense, but you went and got somebody who can make some plays on offense.
But I'm not. Hold on. Here's why I'm gonna go left with that one, King. Because again, when we didn't pick again, like I said, I had a whole draft party. The guys, we down here, man. Jalen Carter sitting right here. We celebrated because we know we going that route. We didn't get him. Okay, cool. I almost lost my shit a little bit. Matter of fact, I did. Then, okay, we get Gibbs. My thing is, we got good players, but we're not utilizing them to their strengths. Again, we're running tunnel screens with two of the slowest fucking receivers in the league, and Josh Reynolds and Marvin Jones. But then we won't get this kid the ball in space so he can make those explosive plays. We're putting him in the trenches, running 24 dive and little stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting him sweeps. It's so many ways to get this kid the ball, man. Ben Johnson is creative enough to get him the rock.
Exactly.
He won't do it.
I agree.
So again,
I agree. So with this
is there,
yeah,
it could be a great pick, but we have to put him in a position to be successful. We're not doing that.
Right. So I will have to say this with Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, you got to take the good with the bad. Now, we've been praising these guys all year round. Still don't mean that, they're not above reproach to be getting criticized when things don't go about their way. Brad Holmes, with the situation, with your draft, we praise you for the picks that you got because these guys look to be some great contributors. But on the other hand, you didn't address what our dire need was get somebody to contribute up front. Dan Campbell, you know what I'm saying? You're a gun-ho type coach, but that can bite us in the butt. Ben Johnson not putting the players in the right position. These 2 weeks in a row, Ben Johnson has been slacking now. And also Aaron Glenn not making in-game adjustments. And that's why we're at the position right now where we're 1-1. But like I said, it's still early in the season.
Man.
Still got a lot of time left. Now, before we go any further, I do want to get some shout outs to the people that's in the comment section. Make sure we do that. 0-16, what up, brother? Charles Lee, thanks for joining us, man. Big Dog, what's going on? Daryl DC, man, we miss you, man. Come back next week. Scrub Softball, what's going on? We got Jason in the comment section. What up, though? Lions Talk is here, man. Appreciate you for rocking with us. Al, Marv, of course, you know, he got to make sure he would give his comments. Alex, what's going on? Maurice, happy that you're here, man. And we got LV4 in the building as well, man. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us on this day. Now, I do want to get into, you know, we talked enough about what's going on today, and we talked about what needs to be fixed. So we need to talk about who we got next up, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. It's another home game. King, do you think the Lions going to take what they did today and make the proper reads to come out with the victory next week? What you think?
Man, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game because the Falcons are playing good football. My team is not playing good football right now. Our offense, yeah, we have an offense that can score. Our defense is just not playing well enough for me to be confident. And you got a guy in Bijan getting ready to come in here on that offense. I haven't seen enough to be that confident and say, oh, it's the Falcons. We just going to take care of business. Mm-hmm. At this point, with the injuries that we do have, I'm not sure. They're going to have to come and show up for business, man. We at home. Listen, obviously that don't mean nothing. We seen that today. We were super loud in that arena today, and that didn't matter. Those guys came out there and they still took care of business.
Yes.
So, you know, like I said, this is the NFL, man. The Falcons, they're going to come to play. The Lions better be ready.
All right. And the one thing I take away from Seattle is that they did what we should have did, and that was take care of the ball. Primarily, they didn't make no mistakes. You know, and I feel that we didn't make those critical mistakes with the turnovers. This outcome would have been a lot different because, like I said, we were able to move the ball. You know, I wouldn't say with these, but, you know, we're making, you know, great moves out there. So we're going to see. We're going to have Atlanta that's a young, energetic team, got the young quarterback and young running back, and some good wide receivers as well that we got to contend to. And like I said, this defense is definitely going to have to make some adjustments for sure, especially with the injuries going on now. King, got to talk about what's going on around the NFL, man. Let's see what these other scores and stuff is looking like. Because we got, I don't know, there's too many shocker games going on, except for, you know, the Jets getting blasted by Dallas, which I absolutely hate. We got to deal with that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pull up these other scores, man, and see what these games are looking like.
All right, man. So we currently
look at Washington though, 2-0. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be a lot of false records right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, even like I was saying with the Green Bay Packers, man. When they play some real teams, then I'll say okay, they're actually good. You know what I'm saying? Some of these teams they've been on the luckier side of the schedule coming out the gate. Yeah, but Packers lose to the Falcons today, which is beautiful. Of course, we know the Bears lost as well today. Justin Fields was sacked 6 times. That was great. Wow.
Now, I thought they supposed to have fixed that offensive line for that young man.
Yeah, he's still a running back. So,
Hey, listen, we knew that when he came out of college, but you know they traded it up. You know, it is what it is. I'm thankful for it. That just be a victory for us here in the NFC North. See what the Bills beat up on the Raiders 38-10. Ravens squeaked out against the Bengals 27-24. Of course, you know the Seahawks beat the Lions in overtime. We just got to discussing that. Buccaneers took care of the Bears, that we just said. Chiefs came out and beat the Jaguars, so you know they returned to form. Colts went ahead and pulled it off against the Texans, and I know that you know Anthony Richardson had to be taken down, and looks like he went to concussion protocol.
Yeah.
49ers take care of business again against the Rams 30-23, which I'm going to say this again. The NFC Championship will be played through San Francisco. I guarantee you have to go through San Francisco to win that NFC championship. I guarantee. Giants came all the way back and beat the Cardinals 31-28. And of course, you know, the Cowboys just dismantled the Jets because Owen Wilson just seemed to keep throwing picks left and right to them. And now we got to hear about the Cowboys for the next 7 days, 24/7, because the world just seemed to be infatuated with the Giants.
Like, it's crazy. Like, the Cowboys, like, I hate they fans. So, like, every Cowboy fan want to punch them in the face.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're gonna have to play somebody real eventually.
Yeah, man. Oh, I hate that.
These false victories, they all gonna come crashing right back in them fans' face like it do every year. They are who we thought they were.
Yeah, but I would say this though: that Cowboy defense is legit. I give
no doubt.
That Cowboy defense is, as much as I hate, give Cowboys praise, that defense is legit.
Prescott,
Michael Parsons, man, he wreaked so much havoc by him damn self, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm not a firm believer in Dak Prescott.
No, but that's what's holding him back.
Yeah. So, like I said, it'll come all around like it usually do. But we all know Thursday Night Football was great to watch. The Vikings get drugged.
Now, I want to say this, because now that the Jets have lost and the Vikings don't seem to be on the trajectory of them being able to compete, there was some, somebody put some things together maybe to say that they should try to do a trade with Kirk Cousins and the Jets. I don't think that's going to work
just off the strength of you gave Rodgers a 2-year deal. So you're going to stick with him. He ain't going to go out like that. And then 2, if you get rid of Cousins, you're fully committing to saying that we're in a rebuild. And I don't think the Vikings want to do that just yet.
But see, I don't think
you ain't going to get no better with him.
No, sir.
But like I said, he can't be no worse than Wilson over there. And you just need somebody just to be able to maintain and just keep the offense going, because the defense over there with the
He'll be better than Wilson. But again,
and it would just be for the year, because this is final year. That's what they said. This is his final year. They can borrow him for this year to try to make a good playoff push run, whatever they could do. They don't have to re-sign him. And
you got to pick his contract up though.
No, he's only got, like I said, he only has 1 year. This is his final year.
Yeah, but all his money is guaranteed, G. So
yeah, but it'll be off the books by next year. And, so like I said, it's speculation about if they want to do it. If the Vikings are not in the position that they think they are going to be in, I don't think they're going to be in that position, because why would you get rid of your best player in Cooks and not re-sign him?
They need to strip it down over there.
Yeah. I'm about to say that's what they're doing, because they got rid of all the old guys, and again, they didn't get better nowhere in the offseason.
So why not go ahead and ship Cousins up out of there? Because they need to go ahead and revamp that. But like I said, that's speculation. That's nothing true. But that was a question that was brought up in regards to that, since Aaron Rodgers went down. And I know they talked about Aaron Rodgers a little bit too, because say he had this supposedly innovative surgery to where he may be able to be back if the Jets are able to make a playoff run. But watching them today, I think not. I think not at all.
Not going to happen. Sorry.
Sorry.
Like I said, man, some of these teams, they're gonna have to play some real teans eventually. So there's some things gonna switch around real quick. But in our division, I have just not hit. I ain't been impressed with nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, that's why it's ours for the taking, man. We just we got to get out that same old Lions mentality, man, and start doing what we say we're gonna do. And again, as a fan base, we got to hold these players accountable, because they told us to come down there with ski masks on when it was hot as hell, and we did that. Yeah. Hold up your end of the bargain, G.
Right? Yeah, you had Wiseman out here sweating, man, up
like
under
a
that
mofo.
Man.
You hear me?
But like I said, it was absolutely fun, and we on to next week, man. Like I said, we still confident in our Lions, but like I said, we're here to to be real. We got to be critical when it's time to be critical. I think it's time for us to take a quick break, because we're gonna switch it up a little bit on the other side. We get into a little bit of college talk as well. So I'm gonna take this quick commercial break, and we're gonna see y'all on the other side.
Wow, black-owned shoe stores. Culture. My culture, though. See what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something in here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks? How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. Oh, they got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture. You're looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.
Yes, sir. That is our official sponsor, Culture Detroit, located in the Avenue of Fashion, 19327 Lipnoise. You guys ever want to go in, check them out, man. Listen, they got some great products there, some fire shoes, man, clothing-wise. They also do some cleanup on your shoes, too. So if you want to guys go in and get your shoes cleaned up, man, make sure you guys go ahead and check them out. That's, once again, our official sponsor, Culture Detroit. And also shout out to our guy, Culture Wine, for coming down there and tailgating with us too, man. He enjoyed the festivities as we did. Now, get into some college talk. Of course, you know, we big Michigan fans over here. So, you know, we had the victory against Bowling Green 31-6, but there was some hiccups along the way when watching this game, in which we had some issues with some turnovers that going into the season can be costly. And I know we got high expectations for these Michigan Wolverines. So, Wiseman, I want you to give your take on, is Wolverines in trouble? Or you think that was just a little
I think every Power 5 team is in trouble. Nobody looks dominant. Nobody looks like, yo, we already know for a fact that this team is going to be in the Natty this year. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like this shit is really up for grabs, man. Mm-hmm. Like, Michigan for sure got to tighten up. Again, I feel like the presence of hardball is definitely missing in Ann Arbor. I feel like once they get that aspect back, you know, they're going to be a whole lot better. But it's wide open, man. Like, nobody I was looking at the top 10 schools yesterday, man, and nobody looked like just dominant football. Hey, go green, go white, man.
we gonna talk about that in a little bit. I know DC on here. We gonna get into that, but we still talk about this these Wolverines. So, King, man, what did you see yesterday? Was there any caution for concern that you feel with the turnovers?
No, they need to clean it up, though. Definitely need to clean it up. I think when Coach get back, that'll be one of his main emphasis is to get things going. Like I said, I mean, there's things that we can clean up, man. It's nothing serious. But I agree with what Wiseman said, man, because you know, just watching score watching yesterday, I had to click into a few games, man. Like, what's happening?
Everybody was in trouble, B.
Yeah, I agree. Because yesterday was supposed to be a light day because it wasn't any ranked on ranked games yesterday. So everybody was assuming that, you know, they was going to take care of business. But boy, that was a different story. You can see that with Alabama. They having trouble with the quarterbacks over there. I'm going to say this. I'm putting out right now. Nick Saban will retire after this season.
Yeah. Can't keep up with the times. He's a dinosaur. Dabo Swinney going to be right behind him. If you're not willing to, because now Bama starting losing those guys that would normally sit on their bench for 3 or 4 years.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now those guys, now they can transfer now. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell will I sit over here when I can go to another Power 5 and be that guy? Mm-hmm. So, and they're not willing to change with the times or whatnot, man, you cook.
Exactly. And I think it's coming over time. And I believe before it gets to that point, Nick Saban is going to go ahead and exit because he's not going to go out losing. It's just he's been up too high for him to do that. Now, as far as like Michigan goes, like I said, the game offensively, there's still some issues that needs to be worked out. And I believe, like I said, these first 3 games is basically was like our preseason game. And I know with McCarthy, he was great the first 2 games. But this last game, he kind of pushed it where he didn't need to push it, and that's what caused the turnovers. But like I said, because we were playing Bowling Green, we was able to make that up, particularly on our defensive side, man. The defensive side balled out yesterday, man. Balled out. Shout out to Jenkins, man. Shout out to the secondary. Shout out to that whole front four. Listen, that the front line is so deep, man. We be having guys just taking whole series off, which going into the season, that continues like how refreshing we're going to be. Man, that's going to be amazing to have. Are we worried about it? Is there a need to worry?
No.
When it
Quarterback
comes to
play. JJ got to play better, man. You're
not.
playing literally the dumpster fire of the FBS,
right?
and you're not doing jack shit. You know what I'm saying? You got weapons all over the place. Like that Michigan squad is loaded, G. There's no reason for us to just be, I ain't gonna say barely beating teams, but we're not looking overly dominant. It's like we just getting by. You know what I'm saying?
And
Again, a lot of that's quarterback play. You can't.
I was just about to say, how much is that? How much is that JJ though?
I don't
That's
think
JJ. That's
that's
offensive line. For me, it's offensive line because we should be dominating these teams up front, and we're not doing it.
I don't think it's quarterback play because, like I said, before the first 2 games, he was playing nearly perfect. But I still feel that if you look at the play calling, it's real vanilla when it comes to play calling.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I was.
I'm not seeing the offensive line pulling and moving like they usually do. Like, because
I ain't seeing them knock motherfuckers 10 yards off the ball either.
So that's going to be something
and
that
we play UNLV Bowling Green, and come on, G, like we supposed to be mauling these cats.
So we got Rutgers up next. That's opening the other Big Ten. That's going to be a step up in competition as opposed to what we have in the 3 weeks. And I think this is that game where everything should come together, and that's what we're going to be looking forward to, coming next week. So I don't think we should. Well, we're not going to take anyone lightly, but I think, like I said, a lot of the issues that was in this game are fixable. One of them being do not turn the ball over.
You got some nerves.
You won't get blown out. But I'm glad that he did because we've been waiting on this game for a long time. And, of course, we know the situation at hand.
Listen.
Situation, but it's still a game that needs to be played. Now, DC, I told you personally, I'm going to allow you more than 30 seconds that I usually give you to talk Sparty to go ahead and elaborate on this beautiful blowout loss that you got against the Washington Huskies. DC, go ahead, man.
Listen, I just gotta jump on here real quick to my baby is asleep and she ain't feeling well. So I'm gonna say this, like I told you yesterday. I don't want to hear none of this crap about this whole situation with the Tucker situation going on. I don't want to hear all that. I'm being serious. I don't want to hear all that. The fan, I hear some of that yesterday. They're going through the situation with the Tucker. My thing is, though, if you're gonna lose being competitive. Don't lose and don't show up. Like the guys didn't even come out and show up at all. I mean, it was embarrassing. Like you just like you need to come to play. Y'all was just too caught up in the situation that has been going on this week. So I'm not trying to hear all this what the fan base is saying. They need to stop with all these excuses. You didn't show up to come play football. That's simple as that. I'm not trying to hear all that bunch of BS. I'm keeping it real. I'm a real Spartan, and I'm gonna tell it like it is. Some of these Spartan fans, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Ken, you got a rebuttal for that?
Hey, dog. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to, man. Why do the head fit the body, though? That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Nah, man, listen. Terrible situation. Terrible situation. You're a rich man. You're a rich man. You're a coach of a major college program. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid. You got to be smarter, man. You have to be smart.
A freak, dog. You a freak. You got to be a freak to have all that money and still be on some BS, dog. When you can literally go to OnlyFans and find any little situation you want. They do this on free.
Now here's my problem. You recruited these young men to come to your school,
Yeah.
and to show them how to be model men, and then something like this happens. That becomes the DNA of your football team, and your football team is not going to play up to par. Obviously, that was obvious because Washington had 8,063 yards on offense against Michigan State.
I mean,
Nah,
the thing
nah,
is,
King.
and then the thing is, you gave up almost 500 yards in the first half, bro. Almost
That's
500 total. It's almost 500 passing yards in the first half, bro. I mean, for four touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. It was 35 to nothing. I mean, come on, man. Y'all guys didn't even show up. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
trying
right.
to.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm gonna say this. That was gonna happen regardless if Mel Tucker was there or not. Okay, listen. They are who we thought they were. Okay, y'all was trying to hype them up. Oh, look, we got the best defensive efficiency in the Big Ten the first 2 games. Oh, look, Noah Kim was a player of the week for the Big Ten. We're going to, blase this and blase that. We all knew that they was dog feces from the
Dog
get.
shit, I'll say it.
I don't care about what excuses. Listen, the fact that they gave up 500 yards in the first half, Penix was basically perfect.
That's crazy.
It was going to happen regardless. Now it may not have been as that bad, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it, man. I'm sorry.
I'm like you said, I got off work and I looked at rest of the game that I didn't want to watch. It was so embarrassing. And it was like when I was talking to Big A yesterday, man. And it was like they was like pressing coverage like every time he was playing so much, man. They was pressing so much. They was like, dude, the receivers of Washington was getting separation so easily. And it's like they wasn't communicating on defense at all. Wasn't getting no pressure on to Penix. Penix owned us. He owned us. He beat us 3 out of 4 times. We played him. That's including one time in Indiana. He has
DC. I will say this: Penix was wreaking havoc here when he was in the Big Ten, because I know he gave us a run for our money during that COVID year. He also I believe he beat Ohio State one time. I'm not sure. I don't think that's it, but he beat a couple of teams. So Penix was always a problem. It was just him staying healthy, and the fact that he's healthy and mature, and you're seeing that what he's doing over there in Washington is scary. But my God, man, State, man, I'm sorry for you.
And then it's like, oh yeah, you say, oh, move on to the next. We got Maryland. Maryland's a good team. Maryland's a good football team.
It looked good Friday, man.
Yeah, Maryland is a good football team, and we got our hands full.
Offensively,
their defense is not that great, but it's improved better than last year's. But Maryland's not no slouch. It's like Rutgers. Rutgers not no slouch.
Not at all. No, not at all. They're going to be tough, but I think we're going to take care of business. But once again, man, MSU is busted, disgusted.
Yeah, you can put that. You can put that pen on.
Go white. Out of control, dog.
I lost for words, man. I don't even know what to say about this program, man. Much as I love them, but I don't even know what to say, man.
Here's my thing, man. One of my biggest issues with this program, this is the second time that something this big has hit the news about this program. Even though it wasn't the football team, just athletics, period. It's like, what type of freaky sauce and pheromones they got going on around Michigan State, bro? Because it's if it ain't the team doctors or somebody, messing with some kids or some wet females, it's the staff. It's like y'all really have to do some probing and clean up that organization. You really do, because this type of stuff constantly going on, man.
It's becoming a culture thing, and that's not an ideal look. As much as
they are who we thought they were.
Yeah, exactly. it's not something that looks good because they unfortunately they're still part of the state of Michigan, and that makes it look
Yeah.
bad for us regardless because it's still Michigan in that name that we
Yeah.
definitely want to get cleaned up. So it's something that needs to get addressed, and let's get us back to the competitive side of it and not the.
I feel like we should start a
criminal side of it.
petition. We should start a petition so they can take Michigan off and just be the Lansing Spartans. I think I think a lot of people will be in agreement to that. Lansing Spartans. That's what you're gonna call y'all, the
No.
Lansing Spartans. We're not gonna associate ourselves with that.
But I agree with Willie, man, because the rivalry is cute. Michigan State, fine. You know what I'm saying? We have fun, whatever it is. But at the same time, it's the state of Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a good look. We all got friends, families, siblings, that go to Michigan State, that graduated from Michigan State. It's just not a good look on a serious note. They need
It's
to clean
not.
it up, man.
Right.
It's not. And they starting in this. The athletic director and top man. They had the. I've fostered that on them because the simple fact you hiring the coaches. I mean, outside of Tom Izzo, some people don't like Tom Izzo for some things that he had done. But one thing I'm gonna tell you about Tom Izzo, y'all know Tom Izzo. He's always been a winner. He's always been a winner. He's going to hold players accountable. Some people don't like the things that he do with these players, how he say certain things with these players, but they turn out they love his passion of the coaching and how he's teaching these young men, and that's what people love Tom Izzo so much. But when you get other coaches in these athletic programs, like you said with this Mel Tucker situation, man, like come on, man. And I'm gonna be honest, I think, and I was guilty of this, that Mel Tucker deserved him after that 11-2 season. It didn't turn around, had a 5-7 season, and now we started up 2-0, but now this thing came out. I mean, come on, man, you can't do stuff like that, man. Like you said, he isn't, like you said, Big Willie, we talked about this and you talked about on the XP show, man. Like, it's a setup, man, but you cannot get caught up in that situation like that. You're an African American man. You cannot fall for that type of stuff.
No, sir.
And you fell for it. Now even they ain't found enough evidence from her, and they say he's in the clear. Michigan State gonna let him go. They gonna let him go.
They want their money back.
Leave
They want their money back then too. But like I say, all jokes aside, I know I've been joking a lot about the situation, but all jokes aside, man, like I said, it's going to be hard for them to keep him, knowing that he has to go out and recruit and sit in some of these houses with these mothers and aunties and grandmas and saying, "Hey, I got your baby" and all this. And come on, G, like the track record is bad. They have no choice but to get rid of him, man. Because like no mother in her right mind is going to send her baby there when she's trying to raise a young man with integrity. She's not doing it.
And they need to make sure they do their due diligence in this case, man, because in a minute, bro, we gonna be it's gonna be a bunch of nuns and celibate men in these organizations because you ain't gonna be able to trust nobody, man. Like leave the flabby butts alone, bro.
Shut up.
Period.
Wait.
It come out 30 years later talking about he passed my booty. Like what?
Hold on there, King. Now I know I may be on the wrong side of this, but girl got a nice shape to her. Now I can see now your man Mel Tucker was a little incentivized want to try
to. That's money. That's all money motivated, man. Period.
And power and pride.
Yeah, power and pride. Yeah, that's all that is. That's all. We know what this is. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be smarter from a Mel Tucker perspective, though. You got to be smarter.
Exactly. But King, one more time before we move on. One more time. Bam! Oh, there we go.
Y'all are ridiculous, bro.
Y'all, man. I can't say that. I can't say nothing, man.
That's wild. That's just wild.
Hey,
way to put it. That's wild.
Listen, I want to get to y'all Michigan right quick before y'all go into the top 25. I know I was laughing, joking, and talking to your JJ McCarthy and this, but I knew Michigan was going to pull it out. But y'all was right. that offensive line got to get better. That got to get better. JJ McCarthy, I know he been looking good the last couple of games, but them 2 picks, man. I mean, you can't make those picks.
Yeah.
You cannot make those picks. And you know, let Bowling Green hang around in the first half, and then Bowling Green went back to reality of showing they not a good team. So Michigan got to get some things they got to clean up. All seriousness, they got to clean some things up because you starting off. Got Rutgers. Rutgers are a good team. They're no slouch. They can run the football, and it just thing is Michigan got to clean that. They got to clean some stuff up. They cannot, like you said, that the play calling. It's the same again. It's vanilla, like y'all was saying. They gotta open it up a little more. That's plain and simple. That's all. Y'all team will be all right. They just gotta open up a little more.
Yeah, and they will. Like I said, it's not the word, but it's not like we can't. It's a choice of the matter that they probably don't. But like I said, Rutgers coming up, we're gonna see a lot differently. So yeah, top 25 scores. Of course, you're going to get Georgia that was having trouble against South Carolina. They won 24-14. Of course, Michigan pulled it out 31-6 against Bowling Green. Florida State squeak past Boston College. You put that down, man, because that would have been done for.
I was sweating bricks in this joint, G.
Cass, they squeak by that. They squeak by that because Boston College, they ain't.
Hey, man, that quarterback they got is electric, bro.
Oh yes,
that boy nice, man.
Right. So we had some close games, some other games, but story of the evening, of course, we get to it. The Colorado State game.
Woo!
Now I know if you stayed up for that game,
man,
Colorado ended up coming back, tying it up, going to double overtime, and pulling out the victory against Colorado State. I know a lot of you guys are Deion Sanders fans, or now y'all Colorado Buffalo fans for some reason. But I want to say this. It was against Colorado State. The game was exciting. Of course, there was a lot of back and forth going on. Of course, what's going on in the media with the coaches and the guy talking about the hat and the glasses. And Deion took it personal, and we're going to come out and take it personal. And they're getting into it in midfield, all to beat Colorado State. People, it was Colorado State.
Listen,
they had to go into double overtime.
Willie,
double overtime, mind you.
You know what this is.
It's a rivalry game.
Colorado.
You know why all the entertainers show up to the games. You know why people are rooting for Buffalo. You know what this is. It ain't about who they playing. You know what this is, bro. And then on top of that, I mean, let's just be honest about it, man. It's been thick air since Deion went there, leaving a black college, going to Colorado. Can he really coach? Is this going to work? I don't like his methods. We all know behind the scenes what those thoughts really are about. So that's what the support is when it comes to Buffalo. We ain't, a lot of people we ain't trying to say that they going to, do something super significant, but we rooting for them because obvious reasons. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's still Colorado State.
Go ahead, Cass.
I'm a Prime fan, man. I love Prime, so and then too, I follow the Well Off Media. Shout out to Well Off Media. I follow that YouTube channel with Deion Sanders Jr. and whatnot, man, and you just see the grind that the kids go through and everything that Prime is doing. So I ain't gonna sit here and just like, I just love Colorado. No, I'm a Prime guy. So I like what Prime is doing. I like what his kids is doing. Shedeur is a baller, man. That boy is a effing baller. Yeah. Like most quarterbacks would have just tucked tail and just let it be whatever. That kid battled, man, and he did everything he could, man. And they got that one for Trav, man. Shout out to Travis Hunter. Get well soon. That was a crazy dirty hit on Buddy, but
that definitely was a dirty hit.
Was.
Man. I hated seeing that because that took away from the game, because it was, like I said, it was a fun game to watch. And like you said, Shedeur Sanders, man, he went crazy to be able to bring them back at the end of that game, all the way from the 2-yard line to tie it up, to go into double overtime to beat Colorado State.
And to see him elevate players, man, because you elevated your tight end to the point to where he ain't even know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, to see him be able to use other targets to do what he got to do out there to pull out a victory, that was huge for sure. And we talking about a hugely incomplete team that they have, you know, because they still need a lot up front. They need a lot, you know what I'm saying, on that team. This team is brand new. They got a lot of building to do as far as that roster, and you doing this thing.
Hey, they're gonna understand life about to get real next week, G.
Of course, yeah, it definitely is. Like I said, so it's good that they got that start, get them confidence going on. Because, like I said, you know, real life begins next week when they play Oregon, as well as next week. Listen, I'm not coming out the house next Saturday.
Yeah,
because next Saturday is the Saturday for college football. You know, you got, of course, Ohio State or Notre Dame, the night game. You got
Florida State, Clemson,
Ole Miss, Alabama. You got
Florida State should destroy Clemson. Clemson is not a good team at all.
You got Colorado, Oregon. You got UCLA, Utah. You got Penn State, Iowa. It's.
Oh yeah, you got some heavy hitters in there, dog.
Arkansas, LSU. That's another good one, man. Listen, Oregon, Washington State. That's a ranked game. USC, Arizona State, California, Washington. Listen, next Saturday is gonna be it, man. I can't wait because I'm not.
Let me ask you, y'all think Alabama done?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a wrap for Alabama, man.
So when you got quarterback identity issues, you're cooked.
So yeah, definitely next week. Definitely next week, man. It's gonna be up there. Listen, fellas, man. I think we had another great show today, man. Of course, you know, the day didn't go as we all thought it would, but you know, that's part of the game, man. So I want to go ahead and get you fellas' final thoughts, man, for tonight, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start with UDC because I know you gotta get back to your sick baby, man.
Yeah. Final thoughts, man. I just want the Lions. They got to clean up the turnovers, man. They left a lot of points on the board, and the defense still need a lot of work to do. I mean, you was guys, and Geno Smith was looking like a Alex Smith.
That's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. What the Rams did, the Rams did to him last week, the Lions should have been doing that to him. But it's unfortunately he got whatever he wanted, pretty much. And that defense, that you need a lot of. I know we had some injuries came down, but I mean, again, you had the opportunities to win the game. You should have won. You should have won that game. You shouldn't. You that pick six. Jared Goff threw that pick six, but I can't really fault him for that. That was really on Gibbs. I can't fault him on that. But Lions got to clean it up. You got a tough game against Atlanta. Atlanta is a good football team offensively. Defensively, it's still a little shaky, but they got Atlanta coming up, and they got to take care of this at home before they play Green Bay at Green Bay, which is next Thursday.
Yeah, we're gonna beat Green Bay ass.
Yeah, definitely. But far as that, Michigan, y'all, continue doing y'all thing. Y'all got Rutgers. Rutgers gonna be they gonna try to give you a run for y'all money, but y'all still gonna pull it out. Michigan State got a lot. You got a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and cry it out there. We
are here for you.
Michigan State, how much as I love y'all, man, but you got a lot to clean up. I'm just gonna leave it as that. Right now, we looked at busted, disgusted, can't be trusted at this point.
There we go. That's what we wanted to hear.
I'm being real. I'm being a real Spartan.
By the way, I want to admit when I was wrong. All day I said that Tuck is not coming. Well, he came. Okay. Just want to make sure I make
pause. We're gonna pause that.
My goodness. And one more thing, I just want to say, man, got Pistons training camp gonna be coming up soon, man. So coming up soon. Be on the lookout for that, man.
Way to get some Pistons talk again. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a couple more weeks, man. You ain't gonna see Miguel Cabrera. October 1st is his last game of his career.
Yeah.
I know Comerica Park will be crowded.
Shout out to Miguel Cabrera.
That's my final thoughts,
indeed.
man.
For sure. All right, go ahead. We'll swing it to you, King.
Hey, man, he pretty much covered everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Lions got to take care of business. Wisen up, shut the fuck up, play football. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Go out, beat teams that you're supposed to beat. I mean, listen, it was always a question mark when it came to Kansas City and the Seahawks anyway. Let's be honest about that.
Yes, indeed.
Now we're going into a part of the season where these are teams that you're supposed to beat. So let's do that and take care of business. So at the end of the season, we're not one of those teams looking in from the outside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wise man.
Short and sweet, man. Lions need to tighten up defense, make adjustments. That's all I got, man. Like, I had fun today. Today was fun outside of the loss, but yeah, you got to make adjustments, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I want to say this. You know, I feel like I said, we want to keep the atmosphere good. You know, today it was a minor setback, but I still feel that, you know, we're there. You know, there's some things that can be cleaned up. I know, you know, we was hard on them today, and I know we feel like there was some opportunities missed, not only in today's game, but throughout the draft and everything. But this is part of, you know, coming to a good team, and I feel that we are a good team. So, you know, shout out to the Lions. I'm still gonna rock with them, man. I'm not gonna waver like we haven't been doing anyway. Michigan, like I said, you guys just clean it up and we be good to go, man. And like I said, we looking forward to the, you know, rest of the season from Michigan, from the Lions. Looking forward to the Pistons upcoming, you know, training camps and things of that nature. And listen, we're here, man. This is a great time of the year for sports fans, man. So with that being said, listen, I want you guys to finish enjoying yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Dynasty Sports Network out.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.